Hi there, I hope you have time. Time management has reached a very critical point in my life. I was brought up with a strong sense of time, but during after COVID, some things start to fall apart, or at least to shift. One thing I've learned through dealing with this is to focus more on quality rather than quantity. In a way, I've approached life like that for a long time, but I had never really applied it to time itself. We often talk about quality time as a moment without interruptions or with the right atmosphere, but I'm starting to see that quality time goes beyond the moment. It's about how time is managed, not just how it feels. So then the question becomes, how do I know if I am managing my time well? Well, the first indicator is this feeling, sensations. I can feel when time has been wasted, even when something received less time than it truly needed. It's not always something I can logically explain or measure, but the feeling is there, and it's quite reliable. Then there is the dimension of responsibility to others. Time, in many ways, is structured around commitments. 30 minutes to talk to the son, 20 days to finish a project, leaving work at 5 p.m. It all seems measurable, so it should be easier, but it isn't. Because everything overlaps. That an hour with sun can easily become 10 minutes because something else ran late. And the more I observe, the more I feel that separating personal and professional life is not entirely realistic. And in my case, there's also the blending of virtual and in-person work, and even the spiritual dimension that flows through all of it. So this area becomes particularly challenging. From a productivity perspective, results can be a useful mirror. When I have productive day, there's a sense of satisfaction, but also a certain clarity. Something tangible was created. At the same time, I have to be careful because often the drive to produce goes beyond my real capacity. That's where balance becomes essential. Meditation, walking, resting, taking care of health, these are often seen as non-productive, but I can include them as part of my time budget. Not as extras, but as essentials. And that changes the perspective about what time is. So if I had to summarize what is helping me create more quality in my time, it would be this. Trust my sensations or intuition about how I'm using time. Accept that time with others is complex and not always fully in my control. Communicate openly about time, especially when other people's habits or expectations affect it. Be mindful of overlapping commitments, especially those that matter most to me. Do regular reality checks to make sure my expectations are not too high. If a goal exceeds my current capacity, focus on learning and growing into it. And consciously, include moments of non-productivity to avoid stress. I'm still learning, but maybe creating a time of quality by managing it better is less about controlling time. It's more about relating to it in a more honest, aware, and human way. Okay, time is up. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.